All right. Welcome to
Yeah.
another episode of this Dev Life. And we still have Lawrence Agbani with us this week on this Dev Life. Don't worry, you won't be bored of him just yet. Maybe we even have him on the next episode. Who knows? But don't worry, I wouldn't just do that to you. Right. So the topic we're talking on today, well, not really topic like that, is so I've asked them to pick out the top five tools he uses every day as a developer. So he will tell us the name of the tool, what he uses it for, and why he likes using the tool. So we'll spend 3 minutes, about 3 minutes on each of them. So top five, Lawrence, your time starts now.
Hmm. Top five. Okay. This is very difficult to speak on. Top five tools. Well, daily, what I use for my day to day, I use IntelliJ. I use IntelliJ a lot. A lot of people use Visual Studio Code, but I don't know. And I'm going to give the reason why I use IntelliJ. I like Visual Studio Code, don't get me wrong. Very loyal to the brand. But the reason why I use IntelliJ why I started using IntelliJ was because of my not syntax highlighting, more like declaration go to that particular feature. I didn't really have it much. Like you have to do some extra setup with Visual Studio Code, but that's one thing I enjoy with using the IntelliJ. I use Webstorm because I work on JavaScript projects these days mostly. So I love the fact that with my JavaScript project, I still can be able to, come and click, and it takes me to the declaration, like where that particular thing was declared, and I didn't really have that with Visual Studio Code, and then the setup was becoming annoying, and then I just give up. So there's IntelliJ. We have IntelliJ. That's one of the tools, and that's one of the reasons why I like it. And also, I love the IntelliJ merge tool as well. That's another thing I love the way it looks. The presentation, and then I can be able to just click, click, click. When I have a merge conflict, click from left, click from right, click, 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 and then I click on approve or merge or something, and then I carry on. And the merge tool is very intuitive. I think anyone is going to love that merge tool, mostly when you have a merge conflict. And that's one other thing I love about that tool. So I use the IntelliJ IDE every day, pretty much. Also, another tool I use daily is Replit. It's a website actually.
Okay.
repl.it. One thing I love about Replit is just the fact that it's like a sandbox. I can just go there and write code and see how it will run, So you can write C sharp code there, Java code, whatever, different languages, and the engine is already there. You just need to maybe write or console.log or system.out or print line, whatever, and you see everything just runs, fine. Um, so I use Replit if I want to quickly test an algorithm, or I want to quickly, if a function is supposed to work a certain way and I'm not sure, and I don't want to run an entire application to test it. I just take that piece of code, replicate it on Replit, and then run it there and see how it runs, so yeah, that's what I use that tool for. And also I use TypeScript daily. And the reason why I use TypeScript is because of typing. TypeScript can be hell. Initially, I didn't like it. I didn't like to use it. When I got on the team, everybody was using TypeScript. I was like, no, vanilla JS, normal, is it vanilla JS, they call it. Normal JavaScript,
Yeah.
no TypeScript, nothing. I don't want TypeScript. And my problem or my question to them then was JavaScript is already, you know, what it is. There's a flexibility that comes with using JavaScript. So why are we trying to start writing JavaScript like Java? What's the point? Um, but you see, the thing is, when you get into very huge projects, like normally some people just use Node to write quick, easy APIs and stuff. But when you have a huge Node.js application, you realize that normal JavaScript, with all the pitfalls JavaScript can have, you realize that people just take advantage and just write anyhow code. And that's one thing that TypeScript helps with all the typing and to ensure that you're not making certain mistakes. Of course, ESLint helps for certain things, but now TypeScript helps with the typing. Everybody knows what type is being returned from where, and what you're expecting. And we can create our interfaces, we can create our types, and we can be sure that this is structure we're expecting. So the code is supposed to be much more readable, but at the same time not, because there are certain TypeScript code you look at, you're like, what the hell is going on here? You get to the JavaScript variant of it, and it's just as clear as day. Then you get to the TypeScript variant, and you're trying to figure out what this type is and how this tuple is. It can be hell to read. But at the same time, at the basic level, if you have all the types set properly, everything is cool, and everybody knows what type is being returned, and the next developer that jumps on that code can. Because one thing with JavaScript is you can see props as something you're passing into a function, props, but you don't know what should be in props. And you're seeing someone getting, props dot this, props dot that, trying to get attributes from inside props, and you don't know what props is, you don't know what props should be, and you're supposed to work on a ticket that needs you to get something from props. You now start trying to ask. You now be asking question, what the hell is props? What do you pass in props? But if it's typed, if you type props properly, let's see what I did there. If you type props properly,
you properly prop.
and you click on it, you're going to see, of course, if it's properly typed, you're going to see like all the expected stuff that should be inside of it. More like it. There's the IntelliSense bit, and then there's also the bit where when the IntelliSense is done, you can see all the things that props should return or should have. And then that will help you as a developer working on props to be able to know what it gives and what it doesn't give, so you know what to add, etc. So yeah, with that, I think it helps, and that's the only reason why I use TypeScript anyways. So I don't get confused by other people's code. And then the fourth one, number 4. I also use, well, the entire company, we use a RabbitMQ daily. That's a queuing service for asynchronous stuff. So we have these huge imports we do in a lot of times per day. And these imports are supposed to like bring product data, bring user data, blah, blah, blah. Stuff that we have to serve to other people, So, and of course, if we're going to make API calls to the service that has all these products to get them, it's going to time out, of course. Like we're going to spend a long time doing these operations. So, Cool Tool helps with your asynchronous processing. So we can just keep a consumer somewhere that just listens on the queue, and then we just tell whoever it is to just load that queue with products, and then we asynchronously process it later, and we don't have to use API calls, and everybody's happy. So yeah, I really love RabbitMQ and what it has to offer. I think in the other episodes, 2 episodes back or so, we talked about this. It's really interesting tool. When used properly, you're going to enjoy this, mostly when you have like huge things to process. Sometimes it also helps with inter-service communication. So if your services can communicate over APIs, like I just mentioned, which like, of course, endpoints will be slow and timeouts, you just put them in a queue and have them communicate over that queue, and everybody's happy. So yeah, love that tool. And then there's one too I use mostly these days because I have to do a lot of parsing and stuff. Regex 101, regex101.com. I'm really excited that this particular thing exists at all. It helps you just test your regex. That's all. These are people that basically have to write regex if you have to. Most likely have a lot of tools to, but when you really have to write regex 101 is always there for you. And also they have like on the side, they have meanings of what the tokens are on the right side. So you can already start getting acquainted to regex in case you don't know what it is. They have all the tokens and what they do, and then you can start testing stuff out. So it helps me a lot because I do a lot of parsing these days. So what I have to do is I can take like a huge file I'm trying to parse stuff on, put it there, and then start writing my regular expression to parse that file to get what I need from it. And then instantly test, the regex and see the outcome, and then see how it's going to capture what I need and stuff like that. So I use that really almost every day these days. So yeah, that's 5, right?
That's 5. Yeah, we got it on 5. Thanks very much for sharing your tools with us, Lawrence, on this episode of This Dev Life. So, listeners, this is the third time we're having him on This Dev Life, but in the future, we will still bring him back because he actually has a lot to share with us. He's actually passionate. Maybe he actually become a co-host with me on this show. Who knows?
Well,
All right. Okay, so thanks very much for doing this with me. I really, really appreciate it. I love the passion, I love the commitment, and I love that I was able to take about 4 hours, no? Is it 4 hours? About 2+ hours of your time today to do this recording. All right, so thanks very much. So, listeners, that is Lawrence Agbani. If you need to find him on Twitter, you can find him at the Agbani. That's TheAgbani. Did I get that right?
you got it.
So that's it. We will go ahead now and end this episode of this Dev Life. I will catch you on the next episode. Peace out. Say bye bye to us.
Bye bye.
All right.